There comes a moment in every life when the walls feel too high, too thick, and too unbreakable. These are the walls built by fear, doubt, rejection, and pain. They rise silently over time, one failure after another, one disappointment piled on the next, until suddenly you're surrounded. You look around and wonder how you got here, how your dreams ended up locked behind brick and stone. You tell yourself this is just how life is. Some people make it, some don't. But I'm here to tell you, those walls are not real. They are illusions, projections of the mind, constructs of fear. You were not born to live confined. You were not made to settle. You were born to break through, to shatter every limitation, and rise to the life you were meant to live. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. All you need is the fire already burning inside you. The voice that whispers, you were made for more. That voice is your truth, and it's time to stop ignoring it. Every wall you face was built for one purpose, to test the strength of your spirit, not to stop you, but to challenge you, to ask you how much you want what you say you want. Are you willing to bleed for it, to cry for it, to stand when your legs shake and your heart breaks? Because that is what it takes to break through. It won't be easy. The world does not hand over greatness without resistance. But greatness isn't given, it's earned. Earned through pain, perseverance, and absolute refusal to give up. That's what separates those who dream from those who do. Every moment you feel like quitting is a moment to prove to yourself you won't. Because each time you push forward, you weaken the wall. Every step, every struggle, every setback is a hammer blow to those bricks. You don't need to knock it down in one swing. You just need to keep swinging. You've already come further than you think. Look back for a moment. Remember the nights you wanted to quit but didn't. The battles you fought that no one saw. The days you smiled while breaking inside. That's strength. That's the warrior in you. You didn't come this far to turn around now. You didn't fight all those battles just to surrender at this wall. It may feel like the end, but it's not. It's a beginning in disguise. On the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of doubt is confidence. On the other side of pain is power. That wall isn't your enemy. It's your opportunity. Your opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than anything that stands in your way. You have everything you need inside you already. It's time to believe that. Time to stop underestimating your own strength. Time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. It always has been, and it always will be. You see, walls are only solid if you let them be. They thrive on your belief that you can't get past them. But when you challenge that belief, when you stop accepting limits as facts, those walls begin to crumble. What once felt immovable starts to shake. What once felt permanent starts to fade. But you must be willing to challenge everything you think you know about your limits. You are more than your mistakes, more than your failures, more than the voice in your head telling you to play it safe. That voice lies. It's scared. It's trying to protect you, but in doing so, it's keeping you small. Don't live small. Don't die with your greatness still inside you. There's a fire in your soul, and it's not meant to flicker. It's meant to burn bright and bold. So stop playing in the shadows. Step into your power. Break through the walls and show the world who you really are. Fear will try to stop you. It always does. It whispers stories of what might go wrong, what you might lose, what others might think. But fear is a liar. It's a thief. It steals dreams, paralyzes ambition, and cages potential. You cannot let it lead. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing to move forward in spite of it. That's what makes you unstoppable. Every time fear tries to lock you in, break the lock. Every time doubt tries to whisper that you're not enough, shout louder with your actions. You don't overcome fear with thoughts. You overcome fear with movement, with action, with grit. So move, even if it's a crawl. Take one step, then another. Momentum is your ally. And once you start, you'll remember what power feels like. You'll remember that nothing can stop a mind made up and a heart that refuses to quit. Break through, smash the fear, reclaim your life. You weren't made to fit in. You were made to stand out, to rise above, to become a force that cannot be ignored. But that journey starts inside, by tearing down the walls you've built within. The walls of self-doubt, of insecurity, of comparison. Stop measuring yourself against others. Their path is not your path. Their success is not your ceiling. You are writing your own story, and the only limits in it are the ones you accept. Refuse to accept any. Decide today that you will no longer shrink to fit the mold. You will grow, you will stretch, you will break the mold, and build your own. There is no reward in playing small. There is only regret, and regret is the heaviest weight you will ever carry. So put it down. Choose growth. Choose courage. Choose the fire of your purpose over the comfort of your fear. Let the world see what happens when a soul decides to rise. Pain is part of the process. You will fall, you will fail, you will hurt, but none of it is wasted. Every scar is a story of strength. Every wound is proof that you showed up and tried. Pain is not the end. It's the evidence that you are in the game, that you are not a spectator. And every time you get back up, you teach life that you cannot be broken. That's the real power. Not never falling, but always rising, again and again. That resilience is what breaks down walls. That determination is what builds unshakable confidence. You don't get stronger by avoiding pain. You get stronger by enduring it, learning from it, and letting it forge you. So don't fear the hard days. Don't curse the struggle. Embrace it, because the struggle is your training ground. It's where you earn your greatness. It's where warriors are made. And you, whether you realize it yet or not, are a warrior. You don't need the whole world to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. Belief is the seed of transformation. The moment you decide you are capable, your brain begins to look for ways to prove it true. But the opposite is also real. Doubt feeds defeat. So starve your brain. Feed your faith. Speak power into your life. Declare who you are and what you will do, even when it feels like a lie. Speak it until your actions make it true. This is how you rewire your mind. This is how you demolish the mental walls that have held you back for years. It starts with a decision to rise, a decision to move, a decision to stop waiting for signs and start being the sign. You are enough. You are capable. You are ready. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. Own it, claim it, live it, break through, and never look back. When you finally break through, you'll realize it was never the wall that was in the way. It was your belief about the wall. You'll see clearly that the limitations were never physical. They were mental, emotional, spiritual. And that's good news, because it means you are in control. You have the power to change your life from the inside out. You don't need better circumstances. You need a better mindset, a stronger will, a relentless commitment to growth. The walls were only ever reflections of your inner resistance. But now that you see them for what they are, they have no power. You are free, free to climb, to leap, to soar, free to build a life that excites you, a life that inspires others, a life that you don't need a vacation from. But it won't happen by accident. It will take everything you've got, and it will be worth every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every fight you face along the way. So rise, rise like the fire that refuses to be put out. Rise like the sun after the darkest night. Rise with fury, with purpose, with passion, because the world doesn't need more people who conform. It needs more people who ignite, people who lead, people who live fully and love fiercely, people who wake up every day and choose to fight for their future. Be that person. Be the storm. Be the voice that others hear and remember. Let your life be proof that walls can be broken, that limits can be shattered, that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they stop making excuses and start taking action. This is not just motivation. It's your call to arms. Your call to become the warrior you were born to be. No more fear. No more doubt. No more waiting. It's time. Break through the walls and don't just walk through them. Run, roar, rise. The world is waiting for your fire.